Whoa, I did not expect to spawn back in Link's house. I thought you spawned in the Temple of Time as Adult Link. I guess not. Hey everybody, and welcome back to The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. Last time, we went through the Forest Temple, our first temple-like dungeon in the Adult Link portion of the game, and it was a very freaking cool place. It also had a very great boss to top it all off. It might be my new favorite dungeon in the game, having played it again, because yeah, it was freaking awesome. A lot better than I remembered, honestly. This time, our next objective lies at the top of a fiery mountain, and we've seen one of those before. But before we do anything, now that we're done with the Forest Temple, I would like to head back to the Temple of Time. Also, apparently time passes inside that little section, because there was a cuckoo noise. But I don't think there are any cuckoos inside the Lost Woods in that section, so I don't know why. I don't know, did it just hit daytime as I was going through? But it's already broad daylight out here. That doesn't make much sense. Why was there a cuckoo sound in there? Alright, let's ride our haunts all the way back to Hyrule Castle Town. Re-enter the Temple of Time. Now that we do have the horse, we should be able to do a side quest around these parts. Oh yes, the horse and the bow, and we may as well get it out of the way because it's kind of an annoying side quest. In fact, it might be like the worst one in the game, genuinely, so yeah. We do have a couple of side questy things, but then eventually we're gonna hit a point where basically all there is to do is the temples. Or at least all there is to do the way I play through the games are dungeons, so yeah. We're closing in on the point of the game where it's just dungeons back to back until the game is over. But first of all, you know, how I've been saying like 30,000 times, let's go to the Temple of Time first because there's something new there for us. Something new that'll help us out a lot, and I would very much recommend getting it as soon as you can. Walk up to the front porch. Oh man, I love Death Mountain hanging out in the background there. Even if it's just a pixelated, pre-rendered image of it, it still looks pretty cool. And the way that they placed that particle effect, even though it's a pre-rendered background, they had to place that particle effect in just the right position with like just the right part cut off to make it look like it's actually a part of the mountain. That's really well done. Anyway. Should be able to approach the pedestal of time, beyond the door of time, inside the Temple of Time, opened with the Ocarina of Time. As the hero of time. You destroyed the wicked creatures that haunted the temple and awakened the sage. But there are still other sages who need your help. In order to awaken all the other sages, you must become even more powerful. You must travel over mountains, underwater, and even through time. Already done that. Over mountains and underwater, that's definitely something new though. If you want to return to your original time, return to the Master Sword to the pedestal of time. By doing this, you will travel back in time 7 years. The time will come when you will have to return here quickly. I will teach this to you for when that time comes. The song to return you to the Temple of Time, the Prelude of Light. You have learned the Prelude of Light. As long as you hold the Ocarina of Time and the Master Sword, you hold time itself in your hands. Link, we shall meet again. That one was equipped with a lot more explosives than the other one, huh? So, with that, we have unlocked a fast travel point back to the Temple of Time, which is extremely useful. We're definitely going to want that. And we're also told that we can actually return the Master Sword to the Pedestal of Time to go back 7 years and play as Young Link once again. I have mixed feelings on this overall. On one hand, it's good that you can, because the way the game is designed, you're expected to be able to go back in time and, like, clear up all the stuff that you haven't done yet, and it also allows you to get some more use out of stuff like the Slaying Shot or the Boomerang, since we can't use them as Adult Link, so you can actually go back and use them as Young Link. Oh, speaking of which, I should probably go around and find magic bean spots, shouldn't I? back in time. You know, I could do that. But I don't remember where any are. I suppose I could look them up and just go around and get each one of them. And then, like, cut between them in the edit. That sounds doable. I feel like I could do that. On the other hand, though, I do think it would be a lot more impactful of a story moment if you were locked in this 7 years in the future world after a certain point in the story. If you were to remain as Adult Link forever for the rest of the game. I think that could have been a lot more impactful, but I understand that's not how they wanted to do it, so it's fine. It's still a cool story moment regardless, the fact that you grow up over the course of the game. And you know what? I think I will follow my suggestion. I think I'm gonna go back in time, and we're gonna plant some magic bean spots down in all the spots that we can. Or magic beans down in all the magic bean spots that we can. There we go. Alright, well, allow me to pull up a wiki real quick, because I can't remember where a lot of these are on my own. Alright, Ocarina of Time. Magic Bean locations. Zelda Dungeon, this is a good one. Okay, there's one in Zora's River that I think I've already done that one. There's one in Kakariko Village, there's one in Kokiri Forest. Oh, there's 2 in Kokiri Forest. 3 in Kokiri Forest. And then there's one in Death Mountain. This is perfect. Because I have 5, so that's like 1 for each of those places. Let's go. Alright, as I said, I will cut around to the appropriate locations. There's not much new to see in the old world. I don't know, what do I call, like... I guess I could just say, like, the Young Link world, but I don't know. I'd rather say, like, the past. The past, that's probably it. The past world. The present world? I don't know. Is it really a present, though? What's the present right now? Like, I guess in our adventure, 7 years in the future is the present, but it's like... I don't know, it's hard. I'll see you at all the magic bean spots, okay? Here is spot number 1 inside of Kakariko Village. I'm gonna be pausing recordings. I don't know if future me is gonna cut out the moments when I pause and unpause, so you might see the game frozen for a hot second, but that's okay. At least it should be okay. Saria, you have no idea what you're gonna become in the future. Do you say anything about that? I don't think you'll do. This is still the past, right? You wanna hear my voice play Saria? Yeah, okay. I should try playing Saria's song in the future and see what happens. Spot numero dos is in here somewhere. Right over here next to this guy. I am planting in the right spot, right? Yes, I am. Okay. I was targeting the, like, top right corner of it, so I was hoping it would actually be planted properly. The next spot is also in the Lost Woods, so I may as well make my way over there. I think it's under the bridge, where you exit. And then from here, we can just go right to Goron City and Death Mountain. I do like how they tried to make the Lost Woods this kind of hub area that connects to the major regions of the world. I do think they could have gone a little farther with it. This is not the right place. It is not here. It is underneath the bridge. In the entrance of Kokiri Forest, as I just said. But that is fine. We shall work our way back there. I don't know when I'm gonna go around and grab these, grab the magic bean spots as Adult Link. We'll have to find out. Because I don't think I've ever said officially what it does. It should be this direction, yeah. I don't think I've ever officially said what, the magic beans do, but in the future, they're all grown, and if you return to those spots as Adult Link, you can do something extra there. And so that's why I'm doing all this. Okay, now I need to enter Kokiri Forest. I'm setting up all these spots for my future self to take care of. It's kind of cool. I like how they play with the time travel mechanics a little bit there. It's very Chrono Trigger. And Chrono Trigger had been released for like 3 years when this game came out, so I do wonder if there was some inspiration there. Man, it's the perfect time of day where, like, it's still bright out and the NPCs are still acting like it's daytime, but the music isn't playing. It's very interesting. Alright, plant you there. Then we just go back to Death Mountain, and that's it. I think this, the final spot is right outside Dodongo's Cavern. And then I guess I can go buy more magic beans. I do want to go back to Zora's River for something else anyway, so I'll be sure to buy more magic beans while I'm there. Next spot is here, and I just remembered that this one actually isn't necessary because we already got where it leads to. But I may as well plant it anyway. Alright, to Zora's River with me. Okay, back in Zora's River, there are 2 things I'd like to do here. One is to buy more magic beans, as I've said. The other is something I think I remember showing before that we weren't able to do back when I showed it, but now we can. And that's the most succinct way I could possibly describe that, apparently.
We have the super rare magic beans. This could be our last chance. Special price, 70 rupees for one piece.
I'll take it. I think I have enough for the next one because they go up by 10 each time. So yeah, I'll definitely have enough for 2 more.
Well, play a piece. Go around, look for soft soil.
Okay, there's one magic bean spot in Lake Hylia I want to go get, and then come back later. And then there is another one in an area we haven't been to yet, but we are going to get to in this video that I'm going to take care of at a later time. So 2 more, and that is enough. Thank you, sir. Honestly, this guy is probably the best use of rupees in the entire game, like seriously. Because it's such a rupee sink to buy all the magic beans that you need, and the magic bean rewards are pretty good. They give you pieces of heart, they give you access to new areas, they do all sorts of things for you. Like, it's really worth doing. And because there's only 10 magic beans you can buy, you know, it's not like Majora's Mask where you have to keep rebuying them over and over again because, you know, you have to keep resetting time and that messes with things. And you also have to get a bottle of spring water as well, which is really annoying. Oh yeah, I think the magic bean in Zora's River helps us get that piece of heart in a certain way that I don't really know. The cloud over Death Mountain, something strange about it? Not in this timeline, Navi. I'm afraid you're seeing things, because right now, Death Mountain is very calm looking, I'll have you know. Excuse me, Bucko, that's enough out of you. That's enough out of you. I have business with amphibians over here. Don't believe me? I really do. There we go. Alright, we'll let the music calm down, eventually, when it decides to. And then we have this. So we go off to the edge of this log, we can see a bunch of frogs under the water. Some frogs are looking at you from under the water. I only see one frog, and it's looking at the pile of logs. I don't think some frogs are looking at me, but whatever you say, game. Pull out the ocarina, and they will sit and listen as an audience. I was hoping to make that sound, you know, I was hoping to make that sentence flow better than it did, but nah, I didn't. Okay, so I can't remember if I showed this off before. It's possible I didn't. But what you're supposed to do here is just play any song. Let's start with Song of Time. The frogs will sing along with it. And once the song is done, one of them fattens up. Young lad, you play the ocarina well. That melody is so fine, Ribbit. We should all practice it, Ribbit. Take rupees as a souvenir. You come up with another nice melody. Please drop by and play it, Ribbit Ribbit. Oh, since they say that, you know, I probably should have gotten to this sooner. Oh, look, I'm gonna be able to afford the next magic bean now. I guess we can get 3. Okay, so you need at least 5 songs to, fatten them all up, I guess, with the power of music. What are the other songs? There is the most recently learned one, just Song of Storms. You can go with that, so you'll at least need the Song of Storms, or I wanna say one of the fast travel songs unlocked before you can do everything here. Wow, that melody is so cool, Ribbit. Singing in the rain. Oh, what a feeling. Ribbit! Please take this as a token of our froggish gratitude, Ribbit. All right, see you, Ribbit. Wait, why did... Oh! Wait, what? Wait, I got the piece of heart already? Hold on, I need to verify something real quick. I thought you had to make each one of them larger. I thought you had to play them 5 different songs. One moment. Okay, so making all the frogs big unlocks something else. Playing the Song of Storms is all that's required for that piece of heart. And if you do make them all big, they unlock a little mini game. Honestly, I've seen that minigame played. I don't think I want to do it, at least not right now. So I'll just take the piece of heart and I'll move on. My next stop is going to be Lake Hylia, so I can plant one of these magic beans, though I'm going to buy a 3rd on the way out because I may as well. It's the best use of my rupees, genuinely. Then we shall get Back to the Future. Like that movie that I've never seen. I should really watch Back to the Future. I've heard it's a classic. I've heard so many people love it to death, but I've never actually seen it all the way through. I've seen a tiny piece of it, but that's about it. Chomp, chomp, chomp.
Do you want magic beans? They're cheap, but you still want them? I can't let them go for less than 90 rupees apiece.
My god. Okay, this tells me that we only have 1 more left to buy, so we're gonna need to come back with 100 rupees to buy the last one. Alright, unfortunately, we don't have fast travel to Lake High. Wait a second. Zora's domain is close by. Can't I just go through there? I think Would it be faster to go through Zora's Domain to get to Lake Hylia, or would it be faster to just walk all the way there? I'm not really sure, but I'll go through Zora's Domain just because I feel like it might be fast. That's the thing, though, is it? Especially with this fence in my way? Either way, I'll see you at Lake Hylia. And here we go, right next to the Lakeside Laboratory. I was gonna say Lakeside Observatory, but I can't remember if it's called that or not. Right next to it, though, is another Magic Bean spot. Now, let me check the wiki real quick, see if there's any other reachable Magic Bean spots that I can get right now. That's what reachable means. I'm very repetitive. Okay, there's one... There's one in Gerudo Valley. Okay, way down on a piece of land next to the river. Oh, that sounds annoying to get to. Do I want to do that yet? I think I might save that for later, honestly. I think I've done enough magic beaning for now. Even though I could technically do it. I could, and I'm at... Yeah, let's just do it. Fuck it. I'll see you there. Alright, we have arrived, so I think we need to use the cuckoo to land somewhere far down below. Now, let me see if I can get sighting on where this would be. It says, piece of land right next to the liver... The liver? Oh my god. Right next to the river. Thing is, there are multiple pieces of land right next to a river. I don't know which one is the correct one, so you know what I'm gonna do, honestly? I'm gonna save state, so that just in case I guess wrong, I can teleport back up here by loading the save. Because I ain't running around all the whole freaking world again. So our world is too boring for that. I'm sorry to say. Okay, down there. Oh, I see it. I think I see it. Yeah, okay. Next to that box down there, to the left side of the left shore of the river. I don't know what cardinal direction that would be if this is west. I think it might be west, looking at the minimap. Assuming that all the minimaps have up pointing north, which they might not, you never know, then this would be west. I don't have time for this! Holding forward, holding forward, holding forward. Ah, it's too high. Yeah, if the fall distance is too high, holding forward will not make you roll, but, you know, it doesn't really matter too much. Because you only take 1 heart of damage maximum from fall damage anyway. Why'd you come all the way down here? What? You were just about to ask me the same thing? Well, now that you're down here, you may as well make the best of things. Yes, by planting a magic bean in this hole. Perfect idea. Okay. Here we go. What's inside this box? That's not a box. That's... hold on. Yep. I really can't skip this dialogue. Okay, I can skip the second one, but not the first one. Ocarina of Time logic at its finest. Okay. Is that really all you say? Why'd you come down here? You were about to ask me the same thing? Well, now that you're down here, may as well make the best of things. I mean, what else would she say, right? Makes enough sense. Ooh, we got a gossip stone. Let's see what this gossip stone has to say, because I don't really talk to them as much as I probably could. So let's put this on, and we'll talk to it. Yeah, that's kind of what. Yep, that's kind of what I insinuated before.
I have heard this. They say that the thief named Noboru, who haunts this area, is a Gerudo.
Whoa, really? There's a Gerudo in Gerudo Valley? Holy shit, discovery of the century, guys! Gerudos live in Gerudo Valley, I can't believe it! Okay, I may as well show right now that you can still play the fast travel songs even as young Link. You were able to fast travel around both different worlds. Both different worlds, both worlds. There we go. So this is do-do-do-do-do-do. I got there in the end. All right, so let's warp back to the Temple of Time. Let's pull out the Master Sword and let's get back to the future. I'm just gonna think of that movie every time I say that now. I gotta watch it. It's on the list of like old classic movies that I still have to watch, so I can understand some of the pop culture references that adults around me make all the time, and I never understand. You know, it took me a long time to find out where like Bueller came from. Whenever teachers would ask a question and ask people to raise their hands, but nobody would raise their hand, and eventually they'd say Bueller. I'm like, I have no idea what that means. What is that? Just some kind of running joke among you all? It's from Ferris Bueller's Day Off. I think I ended up watching that movie at some point in my high school days, and I was like, oh, that's where it comes from. All right, so what did I want to do? Oh, yes. I wanted to head to Lake Hylia first because there's something I should do over there that I should really get to soon before I forget about it. Then I think I'll warp back to the Temple of Time because there's a big side quest out in Hyrule Field we can take care of right now, and I'd rather get to that sooner than later because, like I said, it's kind of annoying, takes a while, and yeah, having it done sooner would be nice. And then we can make our way to Death Mountain. You know, the main quest can wait. Optional stuff first, you know how I work. I have no idea if this playthrough is going to be longer or shorter than Majora's Mask. If I had to guess, it's going to be longer just because I'm not cutting as much stuff out, since this is Omen C2. Whereas, of course, in Majora's Mask, there were so many videos that I was editing, like, all the time. I was cutting out so much. Because there were so many long moments of silence of me just, like, popping around different parts of the world to do stuff. I actually went for 100% in that game. I'm probably not going to go for 100% in this game, but I'll at least do, like, most of the things that I find fun. Sorry to say, I might exclude the fishing side quest from that, because there is actually a fishing hole in Lake Hylia that you can go play in. I have not shown it, but it is there. I thought I may as well draw attention to the fact that it exists, because I may not end up actually playing it. Well, we'll have to see. It could be like a late game thing, you know? Right before the final dungeon, I go on a fishing adventure. That sounds kind of fun, actually. I think I might do that. Anyway, you'll notice that throughout Hyrule Field, there's a lot fewer enemies. Not only are there no Stall Children at night, there's no plants during the day. Now, the plant thing I can see easily explained as like, oh, Ganondorf ruling the world has been kind of destroying nature, and so the plants are withering and dying, and so there's just kind of nothing out here anymore. But for the Stall Children, I really don't understand why they're gone. Like, yeah, they were annoying, but that doesn't mean I want them completely erased, because now it's like Hyrule Field has barely any enemies in it. And it's just kind of, it makes it even emptier than it already is, and I kind of don't understand that. Oh well, welcome to Lake Hylia. Let's see how the lake is doing in this new age. Seems a little sad. Wonder if there's anywhere to cheer it up. I don't know how to cheer up a lake, so, but I can try my best. Go, like, turn on a faucet somewhere and aim the faucet this way, and maybe over, like, the period of a year, the lake will be filled back up. What if you would just, like, you would go and spray a hose at a lake? Would it actually, like, fill up over time? I mean, it probably would, assuming that the water source, the source of the water you're getting... Sorry, let me rephrase the sentence. The source you're getting the water from isn't the same as the lake. Assuming that's something else, I mean, then you're just taking water from somewhere and moving it somewhere else, but yeah, it probably could work. I'm just wondering how long it would take. Could it actually take years to fill up a lake with that stuff? Anyway, so the magic beans, once they've grown in the future, if you stand on them, they act as a floating platform that takes you all around an area. You can use this one to access the roof of the Lakeside Laboratory. And I'm pretty sure there's something special on this tower here. I think the magic bean might also carry you over to the fishing hole, which I guess I may as well go show that off right now since I've mentioned it. How many do we need? 2 pieces. Okay, 2 more pieces. Nice, good to know. Let's backflip down this ladder like the cool person we are. Take fall damage like the uncool person I also am. And let's see where this goes. We are floating. Floating. Okay, it does take us to the fishing hole. That's it. I guess I may as well take a stop inside. Wow, look at those frickin' 2D trees on the side. They definitely refurbished this place for the 3DS remakes and Twilight Princess as well. Hey buddy, how you doing? Well, do you want to go fishing for 20 rupees? No. Alright, you don't have to play if you don't want to. That's just a stock, like, minigame refuse message that other people use. Because, like, not really playing. Is fishing considered playing? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know much about fishing. I've never fished myself in real life, and I don't know if I ever plan on doing so in the future. Hey. Okay, that's just where the water is coming from. I saw the crack on the wall over here, and I was like, hey, can I bomb that? But you can't use bombs in here, unfortunately. They're grayed out. I also love how these lily pads are not only Z-fighting, apparently, but they're also popping in as I get really close to them. That's funny. A part of me wonders if that's somehow an emulator issue, like, those lily pads should be appearing from further away, but because I'm on emulator, they're just not for some reason. But I don't think it is. I think that's just how the draw distance was back then. I mean, yeah, if you had all that vegetation rendering, it could probably harm performance or even, like, fill up memory, and you don't want that. So what I'm actually here for is to talk to the Scarecrow. Hey, aren't you the fairy buddy I met a long time ago? Wow, you grew, dude! Well, here's your song. What? No, I never forget. You're the one who forgot, aren't you? If you don't have an ocarina, play that song, baby. You want to know the funny thing? I don't remember what song I played. It was something from Majora's Mask. Was it the New Wave Bossa Nova? Hey, it's the ocarina. Play that song with it, baby. I'll try. No, oh god, what did I play? Nope, that's not right. It's just, no, stop, hold on. No, I don't want to hookshot you. I'm now gonna try the Goron Lullaby. Nope, that was someone else's Let's Play. I'm getting confused with that. Okay, what song from Majora's Mask would I have used? Did I use a song from Majora's Mask? Oh my god, I actually forgot what this is. And I don't think there's anywhere I can see it either. No, I didn't mean to try to cut you, sir. Sorry about that. I have a nasty habit of doing that, you know? That's Prelude of Light, right? Yes, it is. What the fuck? What's the song? I have to go back and watch my past videos and see what it was. Oh man, this is embarrassing. I found out what it is. I was one note off. I forgot that I went back up. Oh yeah, that's it. That's the tune. Voice crack. You rock. I'm blown away. Oh no, I didn't forget the song. I never forget anything. But I just feel like rewarding you, baby. I have a good idea. My buddy Pierre is wandering around, so play that tune when you want to call him. I'll tell him to help you if he's nearby, and here's that song, baby. So, you guys have some kind of, like, internal hive mind where you're connected to each other's minds and you can communicate with each other on the ground? Because, what that unlocks is, I think we can show it off over here. Whenever Navi flies off into the distance and is glowing green, yet there's seemingly nothing to target there, that indicates somewhere where you can play the Scarecrow song. I think right here is one of them. So, what you want to do is play that song. Nope. Perfect. And then this should summon Pierre. I love that hesitation on the last note. Yes, indeed it does. And then you can use him as a hookshot target to access new places. Unfortunately, that's too far out of reach for this hookshot, so it's not always the most useful thing in the world, but that is how you're supposed to be using it, so yeah. Best to keep it in mind. Best to unlock this as soon as you can, because there are quite... Sorry, hiccup. There are quite a few places in dungeons going forwards that require... Oh, let me play Prelude of Light. That require the Scarecrow song to access, such as the very next dungeon. So that's why I decided to come down here and do this. Now, let's get back to the Temple of Time and let's start that big, long, annoying side quest I've been hyping up. Cannot wait to get it out of our way. For this side quest, I would actually like all 3 of my bottles to be empty, so whatever's in my bottle at the moment, I'm gonna have to use it, I'm afraid. I at least got some use out of my potions throughout the Forest Temple, so it's fine. Oh, the fairy. It's fine, we don't need the fairy. We really don't. This game's combat is pretty easy. I mean, I almost needed the fairy last time, but I had potions to make up for it. And as long as you pause the game and, like, use the potion quickly, a potion basically is a fairy. It's a full heal, and as long as you just go ahead and use it before you run out of health, it's effectively the same as a fairy, so yeah. Alright, it's just, you know, fairies work automatically, and they let you get use out of the last chunk of your health, but still. Alright. So, I believe every time I have passed through this ruined Hyrule Castle town, I have ignored this door. Let's put an end to that. Or actually, no, I did come in here before, didn't I? I think. Anyway, The guy who was here complaining about the pots has seemingly been replaced with this guy. Either he transformed into him, or just moved into the empty house. Probably the latter, but I like to think it was the former. Oh, wow, look. He's an alcoholic. Interesting. Alright, let's talk to you.
Oh, you are quite an energetic young man. You're brave and handsome, too. Your name is Link, isn't it? Don't be surprised. I can read people's minds. If I looked as good as you, I could run a different kind of business.
What the fuck do you mean by that?
My shop is the only ghost shop in Hyrule. Because of the great Ganondorf, it is a fine time for a business like this. Oh, I can only hope the world gets even worse. The ghosts called Poes are spirits of concentrated hatred that appear in the fields and graveyard. They hate the world. Young man, if you catch a Poe, I will pay a lot of money for it. Hey, young man, what's happening today? If you have a Poe, I will buy it. Your card now has 0 points. Come back again.
Where was the card in that introduction speech? Where did that come from? Why do I have a card? Where's this card? Why does it have 0 points? What the hell does that mean? It's arbitrary scorekeeping for the sake of a side quest that I don't know why they bothered to program in, but they did. It's just what Nintendo felt like doing, because, you know, everything's a lot more fun when points are involved, right? That's how it works in the realm of video games. So now what we have to do. Out in Hyrule Field, there are Poes scattered all around. What we want to do is not open the inventory, because we can't do that yet. We want to call Epona with Epona's song. That's not Epona's song. Perfect. Then we want to ride Epona around Hyrule Field and hunt for these Poes. You want Epona for this. In fact, the game expects you to have Epona for this, because there are, I think, 10 total Poes out here in Hyrule Field, and there are various trigger points where you can find them. And I think one of them is actually, like, right out here. Yes, okay. If you are riding Epona, the Poe that spawns will be a big Poe, pretty much guaranteed. And the big Poes are what you want. Okay, sorry, Epona, for scaring you with that. Okay, now, what I want to do is actually, I want to enter the trigger point. I think I'm inside of it right here. I want to say... This quest is kind of annoying to do, so there's a strategy to make killing these Poes much easier, and that is to find where one spawns, then immediately come to a halt and sit in there. Where is this trigger point? Is it back in the intersection? I don't know. I think it's like right by the sign. Okay, it's right here. Then you want to stand still, shoot the Poe. There we go. Okay, so we got it twice, and that's all that's needed. I hope I can reach the Poe soul, because it's down in the Oh, no. Can I get that? Can I get that? Can I get that? Okay, thank God. You defeated Poe the Ghost. Do you want to catch it in a bottle? Yes. You caught a big Poe. Sell it at the ghost shop for a lot of money. So I think you can catch the smaller Poe souls and also sell them at the shop, but what you want to do for this side quest is to sell all these big Poe souls. If you cross over one of these Poe spawn points without riding Epona, let's see if a Poe will actually spawn, a lot of the time it will just spawn a normal Poe, and this Poe does not give you a big Poe soul. There is still a chance of a big Poe spawning, but the big Poe is guaranteed to spawn if you're on Epona, which is why you want Epona for this. Alright, now if you'll excuse me, I might have to do some more cutting around as I get all the rest of these, because yeah, there's 10 of them, you can only carry 3 of them at a time, and it's quite annoying, and can you leave me alone, good sir? You are not who I want. I think the big Poes always run away from you, which is kind of weird. You'd think they would be a lot tougher than the small ones, but I guess not. Okay, there you go. There's another spot right out here, I remember, right next to this tree. Want to say... There is, right? At least it's outside the Rance entrance somewhere. The Rance entrance, you know. The Rance, Romani Rance, Lon Lance. What the fuck am I saying? Okay, let's shoot this guy. Oh my god. Lon Lance. I mean, I suppose some soldiers in this world are carrying long, long lances. I don't know. Anyway, the big bow will always spawn in front of wherever opponent is facing, so just have your bow prepared, aimed at that spot, and get the right angle on them. For some reason, though, the arrow flies in a weird direction when you're on Epona. I don't get it. It doesn't fly towards the center of the screen like it does when you're on foot. And that's part of what makes this side quest kind of weird. Another big bow should be spawning within the next few seconds. If it doesn't, we can always move and try again. You know what, let's move and try again. I think one should have spawned by now. Hello? Hello, Big Poe? Big Poe? There's one. Okay, so we want to stay in this spot. Unfortunately, I think the game wants you to chase after them, so they'll disappear quite quickly if you're far away. But this is the most consistent strategy for, like, getting these Poes that I found. Especially on emulator, where the aim controls are terrible. And, you know, where your aiming is flying all over the screen at all times. Wow, that spot is tiny. And of course I missed every single shot again. I should be in the spot this time though, so as long as I sit here and wait patiently, should be fine. Maybe I can't be aiming? Oh no, there we go. How did that not hit? Okay, apparently the top part of their head is not a hitbox. Okay, so if you find the right spot, a new one will spawn every few seconds. There's one. Hit them twice, and there we go. Oh my god, that's so annoying. Now, you want to see something funny? Watch what happens as I roll into this postal. I love it. Link's animation stops mid-roll, and then he's just doing this. It looks like he's farting the postal. Alright, anyway. I promise I am very mature. I promise. I like to think that I'm more mature than most people online, but, you know, I might not truly be. That might not be entirely true. Alright, there should be another spot somewhere over here. I think what I'm going to do now is I'm going to travel between the spots, and then I'm going to cut to when I have the Poe killed. That's going to be how I do this, because otherwise, this is going to take forever. There's one. Okay. Okay, so the next spot is right here beside the river. Stop moving, Epona. Stop moving. I have 2 arrows. I better make them count. Yeah, another thing I don't like about this side quest is if you run out of arrows, you have no choice but to backtrack somewhere and either buy more or farm more from grass, and it's really annoying. And I'm not getting another Poe for some reason. Why does this happen? There we go. Wow, guys, look, I'm using a shop in this game. 60 rupees? You're price gouging! I don't know what does price gouging mean again? Almost got it, almost got it. Okay, we just have to wait inside this bush. I think this bush marks the spot where the Poe is. There we go, got it. The thing that sucks about the bow in this game is that if you prep an arrow, you are committed to the shot. Like, you must shoot the arrow. You cannot cancel it, and I really hate that. Okay, well that is all 3 bottles filled up with ghosts, so let's go sell it to him, and then we can use that money to buy more arrows. Because I didn't realize how expensive arrows are, because I never use the shops in these games. Because normally, you just get arrows from pots and grass and whatever. But when you're out in Hyrule Field doing this side quest, it turns out there's really not a lot of pots or grass. So you kind of have to use them if you want to get arrows back easily, because arrows don't drop from pots or grass very frequently, even when you do find it. It's an interesting observation between this and Majora's Mask, which has a lot more grass, and I think the grass drops arrows and useful stuff more often. I think Majora's Mask actually, like, turned up the amount of loot you can get from grass and stuff like that, compared to Ocarina of Time. Still, though, Ocarina of Time has a lot of loot like that, but you know what I mean. Card now is 0 point... Bro, I have a ghost. Take it. Take my ghost.
Oh, you brought a Poe today. Very interesting. This is a big Poe. I'll buy it for 50 rupees. On top of that, I'll put 100 points on your card. If you earn 1,000 points, you'll be a happy man.
Do I want to know what that means? It means they'll probably give me a piece of heart or something, and that would make me a happy man. So you know what? Yeah, sure. I'll take it. Okay, I'm gonna buy some more arrows, and then I'll be back out here for some more Poe hunting. You know what I think would actually help me out a lot? Playing the shooting gallery here in Kakariko Village, because I think it rewards you with an upgrade to your quiver that can hold more arrows. That would probably help with this side quest. Unfortunately, I think it costs 20 rupees to play, and I don't have 20 rupees. I'm 3 off, so I'm gonna have to come back a little bit later, but maybe we can do that in this video as well. I was planning to do that in this video, since it is on the way up Death Mountain and all. But, you know, this is just... this is taking my attention at the moment. So the next post spot is around that ridge there. You see where that piece of land goes up high, and there's absolutely nothing up there, but it looks cool, looks like Pride Rock from The Lion King. There was another Poe hanging out around here. We want to get an angle on it so that it doesn't go into the wall. Hold on. God. I just wanted to turn left, not stop Epona completely. Okay, it's spawned down there. It'll be kind of hard to reach, but I think I can handle that. Probably. Trying not to shoot Epona in the head. I hope she doesn't block my arrows. I'm not in the right spot, am I? Oh, no, yes, I am. Okay, where... That is... Okay, we are changing angle. That sucks. Okay, opponent back up a little bit. We're gonna get this angle. I think this would be a much better angle. Probably give me a clearer shot. Kinda? Epona's head is in the way. Okay, I think the best spot is to turn this way. Go backwards, Epona. Oh my god, I hate Epona's controls. I gotta be honest, I really hate Epona's controls. In both this game and Majora's Mask. If it wasn't for the fact that Hyrule Field was so boring and riding Epona is the most fun thing you can do with it, I probably would never... I would probably never be riding her in the first place. And if she wasn't semi-required for this quest. Semi-required because you can technically do it without Epona, it's just... It sucks if you do it without Epona. Though, I wonder if the big Poes would be easier to hit. Okay, this should work, this should work. I've already used almost 10 arrows on one Poe. My god. I just realized, I don't think I sold either of the other 2 Poes that I have. I think I still have 2 other Poes in my bottles. Whatever, we'll go back and do that after this. Alright, right up to it. I think if you wait too long to pick up the soul, it will despawn, so get to it as soon as you can. Yes, I would like to save it in a bottle. Let's go back and let's sell these to him. Because I forgot to sell the other 2. Alright, the Poes have been sold, and I believe the next spot, there's a spot somewhere outside Gerudo Valley. So far, I haven't had to look these up. I just kind of remembered where they were. I have looked them up before, though, because, you know, it's the most effective way to complete this quest. Because otherwise, you'll just be wandering around Hyrule Field hoping eventually a big Poe spawns. And you could do things that way, but it would get annoying very quickly. I think down here is another big Poe. Or another Poe. In general, it doesn't have to be a big Poe necessarily. Okay, yes, right here in the intersection, so we're gonna back up. Or we're gonna turn the opposite direction. You know, that works. I could probably spawn one going this way. Get a semi-clear shot on it. This is the right spot, right? Yes, okay. Then you just gotta find the right spot to aim as soon as they spawn in. If they fly off a different direction aside from straight ahead of you, it's a little harder to hit them, but hopefully it won't be too bad. Oh my... Seriously, man. I'm gonna have to, like, adjust my aim, I think. Or no, I think the first shot will stun, and then I can get the second shot off instantly. And it should kill. That's been working for all the others so far, anyway. Okay. Yes! Perfect. I keep preparing another shot in case the first one doesn't work, and I keep using an extra arrow when I don't need to. Poor Epona keeps yelling every time I shoot an arrow past her head, like, hey, don't hit me with that! And I'm sorry, Epona, it's just, you know, you happen to be in the direction where I'm shooting, because that's how the strategy's working. Man, I didn't even have to cut that one out at all. Wait, oh, that's just a normal Poe. I thought for a second there was another big Poe here, but no. I think once you get the big Poe from a Poe spot, only normal Poes spawn there from that point onwards. And normal Poes, like I said, don't do anything for you, aside from give you their souls you can sell for less money, if you want. Oh, is there any Poes around Lake Hylia? I don't know if there is. I think that Poe may have tried to hit me with fire there, and it didn't work because it's an idiot. That's right, you're an idiot, you stupid Poe. Get out of here, Poe. Get out of here, Edgar Allan Poe. No one likes your stories. All those English classes were lying about how cool your stories are. I'm just kidding, Edgar Allan Poe's stories are really cool. Oh god, okay. Gotta turn around. I want to say right here next to this tree is the spot. I must reach the spot. There we go. And I'm too high. Okay. If I fail the first shot, I may as well just stop shooting there. It would be a great it would be a great conservation of arrows. All right, come on. Spawn the next one. Yes! Okay. I think if I shoot twice, I should not prepare another one. If the second shot misses, then it just freaking misses. I think by then I've lost my chance to get the Poe, pretty much. Alright, so one more and I'll have 7 caught, and there'll be only 4 more left. 4 left. Oh my god, this is gonna take forever. I've been recording for 57 minutes. This is gonna be a long video, guys. Looking forward to the rest this is gonna go. Please give me some arrows. Hey! Okay, we got another spot right here. That'll at least speed things up a little bit. Alright, back we go. I think it's in amongst this grass you want to be. Okay, aim down, and I missed. This should be the right aim. I could be a little far right, but there's only one way to find out. Epona, please duck. There we go. I prepared another arrow despite my own advice. I love it when I give myself advice and then I don't follow it. It shows how good of a walkthrough person I am, that I give advice and then I don't even follow it myself. It's because I'm only thinking of others. How selfless of me. I don't know. Alright, okay, that's just a Poe. Yeah, we know, you're a Poe. We get it, okay? We get it. I hate that when a Poe spawns, it just kind of hangs around for the next 5 minutes and there's nothing you can do about it. Alright, there is another spot I know of that is a rock, and I want to say, okay, is it this right here? There's a rock somewhere here that has a big Poe spot next to it. I don't think it's this one. Okay, maybe it is. Or maybe it's not spawning because the small Poe is here. Can you fuck off? Thank you. Is there a big Poe here? Okay, because I remember there being a rock somewhere on the road that has a Poe next to it. And I remember this rock, at least in the 3DS version, turns invisible if you look at it too long. But that might just be the 3DS version. I don't know. Okay, it might be on this side. I can't remember where it is at the moment. Let's walk through some more grass. Hopefully get arrows, 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 arrows. Oh, I got some. Okay, I'll take that. 9 is better than 4. This tree. There's gonna hit a point where I have to start looking these up, because, yeah, it's kind of hard to remember them all. I don't see this other rock that I'm thinking of, so, maybe it is this one, and I just didn't step in the right spot? Hello? Okay, I don't know, I guess I needed to hang around for a little longer before the Poe would spawn? One good thing about the side quest, it lets you get a good listen to the Hyrule Field theme, which is pretty cool. Okay, that around there's that I think is where I have to aim. We'll try it. We'll see if it works. I might be aiming at the fence. I don't know. Hard to tell. No, I'm aiming right at the. I'm aiming right at his face. Oof. Sorry, bud. It's what you deserve, though. Oh. No! I didn't check how many bottles I had! Crap! I spent all that time shooting him for no reason! Oh, that sucks! Alright, see you guys in a second! All right, attempt 2, 5 arrows. Can I do it? No, I'm not gonna hit that. I'm not gonna try. Waste of arrows would totally be. Imagine if I just released the arrow right here like an idiot. All right, wait for it to spawn. Hope I'm in the right spot. Okay, gotta aim lower than that. I'm not gonna try for that either because I know that would have been too high. It's so weird how the place that you're aiming is off-center when you're on Epona versus on foot. That makes no sense. Oh my god, okay, I think I have to be little more here. I think this should be able to hit him both times. There we go, got it, okay. Then I have to go back and buy arrows. It's like, this is why this quest is so annoying. It's just a bunch of meandering from place to place. And you know, I've already complained about how Hyrule Field isn't a very interesting overworld zone. Like, oh, out of arrows, gotta go all the way over to the town. Oh, my bottles are full, gotta go all the way over, talk to that guy and sell them. And you have to click through his dialogue every single time, which is fucking annoying as well, can I just say? Because his dialogue isn't skippable until, like, the second half, for some reason. It's just, this quest is just so fucking annoying. At least I can take out my frustrations on him. This quest is just so fucking annoying, though. Honestly, this might be the last time I ever do this quest in this game, and I'm only doing it for the sake of filling out the inventory screen. You'll see. Anyway, I gotta go buy arrows, and then I'll see y'all back out here for the next spot. Okay, I cannot remember where these last few post spots are off the top of my head. I don't think there's any more around Zora's River. I think the one on the ridge there is the only one. There might be one by the entrance to Kokiri Forest, so I'll start by heading over there. Otherwise, I don't know. I think I might have to look the remainder 2 up, because I think there are 2 more. There's 10 pos. I've turned in 7 so far, I want to say. I've turned in 2 rounds of 3, plus 1, so that's 7. And I have the 8th, so now there should just be the 9th and the 10th, right? All right, any pose here? Any pose here? I mean, I didn't notice any pose on the way into Kokiri Forest. I didn't notice any spawns, so I don't think there are any in here, unfortunately. No, there aren't. Shame. So let's head back. I might have to start looking these up, because I can't remember where these are. All right, I've located the last 2. The first of them, honestly, I probably could have figured this out eventually on my own, but to speed things up, looking it up is fine. It is right up here in this corner area. There should be another one. Indeed, there it is. I hope this is close enough to the spot. If not, I can always walk backwards. Look at that, I walked backwards on Epona successfully. That never happens. Okay, then we want to face this way to make it spawn over here, so we can actually aim at it properly. Bam! Bam! Got it first try, holy shit. Technically second try, that was the second time that it spawned, but it's first try in my heart. That's what matters most. Link's poses as he freezes mid-animation to look at the postal is always really funny. Alright, I sure hope that I only have 2 more, because I looked at the map on Zelda Dungeon, and I remember getting all the other ones. There's only 2 that I saw that I don't have yet. Come on, get... Epona! There we go. It's not Epona's fault, it's the game's fault, but still, it's like, come on, let me ride. Okay, oh, I see the seam in the skybox texture where it starts repeating on the lower half. That's funny. Skybox texture is probably like one tiny image that they repeat over and over again, which makes sense. It's kind of how you had to do things back then. Can you piss off? Sir, piss off. I know I can kill you. I don't feel like it. So the final post spot is, I think, actually on the way to the one in Gerudo Valley's intersection, and I ended up missing it. Is it here? Okay, yeah, it's right here. And this should be the last one. The last one we don't have. So, let's put myself right here. This seems to be the spot. Is it? Is it the spot? This bush? Okay, it's probably the tree. So, here we go. Parking myself right next to this tree. We're gonna have to shoot it as it goes up the hill. Hopefully this won't present any big challenge. Hope I'm not wasting an arrow by not being in the right spot. There we go. Oh, now the top of your head counts! I shot that guy in the hat and he died, but the other ones didn't? How does that make sense? This game is weird. Anyway, this should be the last one. Let's head back. Let's turn these in. Oh my god, let this quest be done. Please. Please let this quest be done. I'm going to save just to make absolute sure. I'm even going to save state to make triple sure that I get this done. Could you imagine if I loaded a save state just then? Wouldn't that have been funny? Loaded a save on accident. Man, I just keep spawning you guys in, don't I? It's because, like, I think originally in my previous playthrough, I would ride Epona over to the postal, but now I've just been dismounting Epona immediately and going over there and getting it because I feel like it. I don't know. Okay, then for the remainder of this video, I'd like to go into Kakariko Village. I would like to play the shooting gallery. Then I'd like to go up Death Mountain, see what the situation is, and then we're going to end the video there. How's that sound? Hopefully enough is cut out to the point that this video isn't super long, because right now I'm at 1 hour and 12 minutes of recording, and if the Kakariko Village shooting gallery takes me a while, that could present a small issue. This could be like a 2-hour video before you know it. Anyway, in here to this stupid guy. Hi, stupid guy, what's up? How you doing? I forgot I need to, okay, good, these are the last 3 posts, thank goodness, I'm not forgetting any. Yeah, he says this every time, you cannot skip any of this until here, then you can skip the rest. It's very weird, I don't understand it. Why would you not have it set so I can just autocomplete any text box that I want to, and only reserve a few text boxes for being skippable? Why is it that skipping a text box is the exception rather than the rule? It makes no sense. Alright, give me that 1,000 points. Yes, 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 thank you.
Wait a minute! Wow! You have earned 1,000 points! Young man, you are a genuine ghost hunter! Is that what you expected me to say? Because of you, I have extra inventory of big Poes, so this will be the last time I can buy a ghost. You're thinking about what I promised would happen when you earned 1,000 points. Don't worry, I didn't forget. Just take this.
You got the 4th and final empty bottle. Is it worth it? No. I do not recommend it. I do not recommend doing that quest just for 1 extra empty bottle. Because let's be honest, the combat in this game is really easy. When are you going to need a 4th bottle? All you need is 3. I suppose if you're this far in the game, you only have 1 bottle from... Sorry, hiccup. You only have the 1 bottle from Zora's Domain, and you want a 2nd bottle... I suppose then you could do that quest, but then that would be an even worse experience, because then you would have to backtrack to that guy after every single Poe kill. Also not recommended. So yeah, I just did that side quest for the purpose of showing it off. I do not recommend doing it to you all, and personally I'm never going to do it again. But hey, it's done now. Now it's a part of the series, so there you go. I hope I entered Kakariko fast enough that the shooting gallery place isn't closed. If it's not, that's fine. We can just play the song of something. Let's actually put you in that slot and the hook shot in that slot. I think that makes a lot more sense. I like having the ocarina on the right slot because my right item slot button is a trigger. So I could just press a trigger to do that, and for some reason it just feels better than pressing a button for it. I like how I said twice there. I do that a lot. Reminds me of that scene from WALL-E. Voice authorization required. Accepted. I love that movie so much. Want to play games? 20 Reapers for play? Okay! This is a game for grown-up. Our famous shooting gallery. I love how all these shooting gallery guys just yell at you when you accept. Maybe it's them going, okay. Like they have to set up the game and they're annoyed about it. So I beat this first try before. And I'm not going to do that this time, based on how that went. Remember, the rupees this time are, yeah. The rupees this time are random. Okay, I'm gonna try to focus. I have no idea. How did I do this first try the other video? I have no clue. Almost. Okay, he's gonna give me a free try. Awesome. Shit. Just wasted a shot. Oh my god, I'm wasting so many shots. I'm hitting them all, but I'm wasting shots. Okay. I think all that's left is the green rupees. And another round of blue rupees, right? Oh, god damn it! I almost got it. All right. Let's focus. It's so hard to snap to the right place with emulator aiming controls. Then don't play on emulator. Yeah, I know. But I don't have a capture card. Or actually, no, I do have a capture card now. So I could record console games if I wanted to. I just don't have it set up. I should do that someday. I would love to play through Breath of the Wild on this channel. Alright, that didn't take too long. I feel like that was almost easier than the slingshot one. Either that or I'm just used to the jank gaming controls. Can't really tell. Anyway, there's our big quiver. There's our 40 arrows. Probably should have gotten that sooner. Would have helped a lot with the Poe hunting quest, but that's okay. Better late than never. Let me save the game real quick, and then let's climb Death Mountain and see what the situation is, because we know that something bad's going on up there. That cloud around Death Mountain does not look normal. The mountain is a little unstable. We're gonna find out why that is. So, actually, while I'm doing this, while I'm climbing up Death Mountain, why don't I tell you about a little fun fact? The Ocarina of Time manga. There is a manga adaptation of this game that was made. I don't remember when it was released. I think it was released shortly after the game, I want to say. The manga is actually pretty cool. Normally, manga adaptations of video games aren't the greatest from what I've seen. Like, there's one for Majora's Mask that isn't that good because it ends up rushing through the whole game and cutting a lot out, and the moon doesn't feel like as foreboding of a presence as it does in the game because of that. There's a skull chill around here. Oh, can I access this one, or is this rock too hard? Ha 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 ha. Yeah, real funny, guys. You obviously know that's not what I meant. Can I get that? There's a token in there. Can I get that? Can I please? It looks like I'm able to clip through and reach it. Can I please? Maybe? Maybe? Oh my god! Yeah, screw your progression order game. I do what I want. Nice. I didn't know you could get it that way. All right. Anyway, the Ocarina of Time manga, by comparison to the Majora's Mask one, is actually pretty cool. It adds extra story elements that aren't present in the game. For example, Link actually talks and has a character, and I think that's pretty cool. One of my favorite moments is when he first leaves the forest and enters Hyrule Castle Town. Things play out slightly differently there. For example, Zelda actually comes out and greets him in the freaking town, though she is under disguise and no one knows that she's the princess, secretly breaking out of the castle. She obviously doesn't do that in the game. But anyway, Link ends up like seeing all the food in the stands, and because he's super hungry from all that traveling, he like grabs all of it and starts eating it, and then the shopkeeper's like, hey, you know you have to pay money for that, and he's like, money? What's that? Apparently in the manga universe, the Kokiri don't use money, even though they do in the game. I just thought that was a cute moment. But there's also another pretty cute moment. Early on, Link, as young Link, actually adopts a pet dragon, which I believe it was for sale in Hyrule Castle Town, and he was like, sure. Or no, he saw it in a cage in Hyrule Castle Town, up for sale for adoption, and he was like, oh, I don't like that they've captured you, I'll set you free. And so he buys it, he sets it free, and the dragon responds by breathing fire on him. And at first he's like, well, god damn it, I went all of that effort to save you, and this is how you treat me, and runs away, storms off, all angry. But then the dragon ends up, like, I don't have the words to describe this at the moment. Anyway, the dragon ends up saving him from an enemy encounter, and then he kind of forms a bond with the dragon, for a while. And that's important for what's coming up in the game, so you'll want to keep that in mind for later. For now, we can see that Goron City is completely empty, or almost completely empty. There's just this guy rolling around, kind of like the big guy that was rolling around here back in the past, except this guy's a lot smaller. I think you do want to blow him up with a bomb, as unfortunate as it is. If he starts to roll into you, he will see you and start rolling the other direction. This is kind of hard to time, if I remember correctly. Yes, Navi? That cloud? Yes, we're right now doing something about that, Navi. Chill. Alright, you'll roll right into it. Perfect! We bombed a Goron! How could you do this to me? You're Ganondorf's servant! That's a fair response, honestly. Hear my name and tremble! I am Link, hero of the Gorons! Well, ain't that a coincidence? I'm also Link. What? Your name is also Link?
Then you must be the legendary Dodongo Buster and hero, Link! My dad is Darunia. Do you remember him? Dad named me Link after you because you're so brave. It's a cool name. I really like it. Link, you're a hero to us Gorons. I'm so glad to meet you. Please give me your autograph. Sign it. To my friend, Link of the Gorons. Oh, I guess it's not a good time to ask you for this. Please help everyone. My dad Darunia went to the fire temple. A dragon is inside. If we don't hurry up, even my dad will be eaten by the dragon.
You'd better try to calm him down if you can. Maybe he will calm down if you talk to him? What do you want to ask him? About the dragon, about the Gorons. Yes, he's very worried about the dragon and his Goron buddies, so we'll ask him about both of those and make him even more worried in the process. That's how you cheer someone up.
A long time ago, there was an evil dragon named Volvagia living in this mountain. That dragon was very scary. He ate Gorons. Using a huge hammer, the hero of the Gorons, boom! Destroyed it just like that.
Wait, aren't I considered the hero of the Wait. Oh no, I'm not considered the hero of the Gorons to them. You're currently the hero of the Gorons, and there was another hero of the Gorons in the past. I'm not really... Okay.
Destroyed it just like that. This is a myth from long ago, but it's true. I know because my dad is the descendant of the hero.
Ooh, you better try to calm him down. Yes, okay. About your friends.
Everybody was taken to the fire temple. While my dad was out, Ganondorf's followers came and took them all away. All of them will be eaten by Volvagia. Dad said that Ganondorf has revived Volvagia. As a warning to those who might oppose him, Ganondorf is going to feed them all to Volvagia. Dad went to the fire temple all by himself to try and save everyone. Please help, Link. I'll give you this heat-resistant tunic.
If you talk to him about both of those things, he will give you a free Goron tunic. This heat resistance tunic is adult size, so it won't fit a kid. Going to a hot place? No worry. Yeah, just put on a red shirt and you'll be fine. That's how it works. It'll also open those doors, which, strangely enough, unlocks access to a place where you could buy a Goron tunic. There is good reason for that, but it's not going to be apparent as of yet.
Dad told me not to let anybody follow him to the temple, but only you, Link, can save everyone. I'm sure that the shop owner, who is hiding somewhere right now, will also help you.
Are you sure? Do you know how the shops in this game typically are?
Now, I'll tell you about the secret passage to the fire temple. Try to move the statue inside Dad's room.
Okay, good to know. Now, before I move on, I would like to don this fire tunic, yeah, I guess it is the Goron tunic, as it looks pretty cool. And I love how it fits very well with the color palette of this place. Yeah, we can finally wear other tunics in this game. They are just the exact same tunic, but colored differently, but it's still cool, right? Oh, can I reach you? Oh, I can, nice. Can I reach the token? Oh, you're kidding. Oh, you're kidding. I can barely reach the enemy, but not the token. Oh my god, no. Oh my god. Okay, we have to go back up. 1 second. We'll go down to the shopkeeper. We'll go down to the fire temple in a second. I have to do this right now. I have to do this. It will be completely unsatisfying if I don't do this right now. That's not high enough. Gotta go higher. Gotta go right. Gotta climb more stairs. Gotta get higher. On weeds. I don't know. Trying to turn that into a joke. It did not land, in my opinion. Maybe it landed for other people, but I don't know. Okay, that's fine. Everything's fine. Let's just, just climb back up. Do the same thing. Yep. Ocarina of Time sure does like taking a lot of time to do stuff. Its spiritual successor, then, is Hollow Knight Silk Song. Anyway. I mean, it is called Ocarina of Time. Time is clearly an important part of this game, so of course the game would take time, right? It'd take a lot of time to do stuff. Okay, that should be in range. That's my bow. That's my hook shot. There we go. Thank you, sir. I guess the gold skull is a sir. We'll go with that. Let's enter here real quick and see what lovely items the shopkeeper has.
Welcome.
Bombs, recovery heart. I'll take a potion. Okay, actually, before I leave, I want to see if there's something else I can do here. Before I move on to the fire temple, I want to see if there's... I know how potions work, game, thanks! Okay. I want to see if there's something else I can access in Goron City, because there is something a little cool you can see around here. I think we bombed open the way to a giant Goron one time, and the Goron said that he's working on something and it should be done in about 7 years. And hey, 7 years have passed, so let's go see him again. Let's see if he's done with it. Unfortunately, whatever it is, it might be super expensive, but that's fine. Okay, I think it's on this level. It's like through here, I want to say. Yeah. Do I have to bomb this open again? No, good thing. Okay, at least you're still around. You're like one of the only Gorons that Ganondorf didn't capture. I guess because you're way too big. The giant Gorons thwart Ganondorf's plans by being too large to move.
I just completed a small weapon. How about it? How about buying this knife for...
Of course it's 200 rupees. Well, we're gonna have to come back another time. But that's alright. We'll see what kind of weapon he has in store. Because right now we just have the Master Sword. And the Master Sword is stronger than the Kokiri Sword. Supposedly his weapon could be even stronger than that. So we'll have to check back in on that. Now back in Darunia's room, we have this giant statue he was standing in front of in the past. In the future, we're able to pull the statue out of the way. Actually, can you pull it out of the way in the past as well? I haven't tried, but I don't think you can. Oh, give me that, give me that, give me that. Man, if only I had 180 rupees before then. Oh yes, more arrows. I want more of those. Want more of those. Absolutely, give me more of those. We go through this door, we emerge out in the middle of Death Mountain Crater. I believe we have yet to explore the full reaches of this place, and we're gonna wait to do that for a little while longer, because right now the more important thing is to get to the Fire Temple. There's always time after the Fire Temple. We land on this bridge. It is something that grows over time, a true friendship. A feeling in the heart that becomes even stronger over time. The passion of friendship will soon blossom into a righteous power, and through it, you will know which way to go. This song is dedicated to the power of the heart. Listen to the Bolero of Fire. You have learned the Bolero of Fire. Link, I'll see you again. Well, wasn't that the most conveniently placed fire in the world? With the Bolero of Fire, we have unlocked the fast travel point down here to the middle of Death Mountain Crater, where the Fire Temple lies straight ahead. Which means, before I end this video, I would actually like to travel back to the past, because around this spot, there should be... 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 I swear I'm not lying, there should be! Where is it? There should be a magic bean spot. Okay, you know, we're gonna travel back in time, we're gonna come back here as young Link, and we're gonna see if we can find it then. Prelude of Light. Oh god. I always forget how it goes. Just because I'm playing it on a controller that this game was not designed for, so that's part of why. Alright, warp to Temple of Time, indeed. Let us do that. You can see there is not one, but two pieces of heart to grab. There's a piece of heart in that room back there. There's also a piece of heart resting on top of one of those spires in the middle of the crater. So, hopefully, if we are able to successfully find the magic bean spot that I swear exists, then we should be able to access at least one of those. Perhaps both. It could give us another heart going into this dungeon. That would be cool. Anyway. This does take quite a long time traveling back to the past, but hey, time travel would take time. It makes sense. It even took time in Majora's Mask, which otherwise doesn't take nearly as much time as Ocarina of Time does to do things. I almost got it. Just pressed the wrong button. Almost got it first try. Whoops. All right. I do like that whenever you play a fast travel song, it'll play the actual full song instead of just your Ocarina version of it. I like that. I like that a lot. Link, it's so hot in here, we can't stay here for long. Yes, the Goron tunic does protect us from heat, so as Adult Link, we were able to... Why? Okay, so this literally didn't exist in 7 years in the future. Okay, interesting. Well, now it should, so let's play Prelude of Light. Nope. And then we'll travel back to the spot in the future. Yeah, the Goron tunic resists heat, and that is why we were able to survive in this area where we previously couldn't. Or actually, we can survive in here now for longer now that we have more hearts, because again, the time it takes to die from extreme heat or from drowning does increase the more hearts you get. For every eighth of a heart you have, it gives you an extra second. So, yeah. So we would be able to survive for probably over a minute with all 10 of our hearts, but it doesn't matter. It's much less painful to explore that place as Adult Link anyway. All right, pull the sword out, and then I guess I'll end the video right here because I'm gonna be respawning in the Temple of Time anyway, and then I'll begin the next video. Or no, yeah, we'll travel back to Death Mountain Crater to end, just because, you know, it's more thematically fitting. It'd be weird if I was ending the video all the way across the world, wouldn't it be? That time I got it first try. Good thing it's an easy set of notes to remember. Just down A, right down, right down. Down A, right down, right down. Down A, right down, right down, something, something. Okay, well with that, this freaking endless video is finally coming to an end. I guess we can ride the magic bean before we truly end things off. But yeah, next time on The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time, we're going to be going into the Fire Temple. And although the Forest Temple might be my favorite dungeon in this game overall, Fire Temple might be my favorite dungeon atmospherically. For a particular reason, you'll see why. Thank you all for watching, if you did, and as always, I will see you all in the future.